Doesn't shoot it again. Sellers, good move. Got it. 41-36, a minute 35. The team's warming up a little bit offensively here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Joe Dumars leaves it for Aguirre. Fakes. 3-second violation, I'll bet you. That's what it is. He faked one time too many. Coming up at halftime, Steve, Craig Sager and Pacer coach Dick Versacer here. As we mentioned, they'll look at a scientific explanation of hang time. Paul Ryden with an NBA bedtime story. Stay tuned for that. Plus a look at the first half. All that coming up at halftime.
Paxson looked like he either hit his knee or turned his ankle a little bit and had to come out of the ball game. So they get Hodges in.
Jordan winds up on the deck. No whistle. It was the knee of Paxson. Isaiah finds Aguirre for three. Got it. And just like that, it's a 2-point game with a minute left. Jordan's problems continue. 1 for 3 from the field. Foul. Score it. That's what has to concern Detroit. You know you can't shut him down all night long.
Well, Jordan decided this time there's not going to be any more passing. He's going to go up for this shot because he took a pretty hard fall the last time down. And that at least got him aggressive at the offensive end. Now he has a chance to get the 3 points back.
Dumars the foul. 44-39, 46 seconds remaining in the half. Isaiah. And all of a sudden, both teams are hot. 44-41. Relatively speaking to how awfully they were shooting the ball the first 6 minutes of this quarter. 12 on the shot clock. You look at the time remaining in the half. 8 on the shot clock. Edwards knocked it away, had to foul to do it.
Well, you know, there's such a thing as shooter's rhythm, and when players make a concerted effort to pass the ball, sometimes they pass up shots and in the rhythm in which they would take them, and that throws them off. And here of late, not only have both teams gotten a little bit easier chance to score, but they've also gotten the ball where players have been ready to shoot it.
Cartwright will shoot two. He can give his team a 5-point advantage. It's going to be anybody's game at halftime, that is for sure. Charles Davis checks into the game for his first playing time of the night. Sellers goes up. 44-41, 16 seconds left. Whoa, Hodges almost stole it from Dumars. You see the time remaining. Detroit has all of that, so let's just watch. Isaiah misses, and that's it. The first half is history, and the Bulls have to be pleased with what has transpired so far, despite the fact that Michael Jordan has been quiet. Craig Sager, Dick Versace standing by. Bulls by 4 at the break. So the third quarter about to get underway. We will have the draft coming up here on TBS, and that will be prime time this year, Tuesday, June 27th, 7:35 Eastern Time.
Well, and
you'll be involved, won't you, and Rick and Bob Neal?
It's going to be of particular interest to these Chicago Bulls who have a lot of picks in that first round, and they have number 6 to start with. They're coming back with the same attack that they had, and that's the Bill Cartwright against Rick Mahorn,
who has 3. Loose ball foul. If it's on Mahorn, he has 4. He does, and boy, that's...
Loose ball foul.
In 9 minutes, he has 4 fouls.
Well, all the warm-ups that he did on you and I didn't help him at all.
He might be playing the same way against Cartwright. John Sally comes in. And Mahorn, of course, with the 4 fouls, has to depart. Jordan for Grant. He walks. Another turnover. No doubt about that one. That's 13 Chicago turnovers. Without those, they would be in great shape in this game. As it is, they lead by 4. Aguirre. Isaiah, 18-footer. Shot at 17. Grant the rebound. Jordan is in the open floor. Drops it off. Pippen won't go. Sally the rebound. He hands it off to Joe Dumars. Very deliberate attack for Detroit. 45-41. We have played just about a minute of the third quarter. Aguirre blocked away by Grant. Recovered, though, by Sally, and a whistle and a foul. I think on Pippen. Let's see. That's who it is.
Aguirre had great position as the ball came in, and it was a big recovery by Grant to wipe away the 2 points, and Pippen reached in, so Detroit gets a new 24.
John Sally. 45-43, a 2-point game. Boy, if he gets hot, he's just coming into his own as a solid NBA performer.
You did that game in Milwaukee when he had such a huge fourth period and made a difference. They're going to get a foul in the backcourt, which will wipe away the breaking opportunity. But that's what you look for in a close ball game, is someone other than the stars to come through with a big effort.
That was a good foul by Chicago for a cinch layup was in the making.
But I think the key to this ball game is which team is going to find the cheapest baskets and the easiest way to score. And both have been content to grind it out and try to out-execute one another.
Isaiah ties the game at 45 and a timeout by Chicago already. 10:19 left in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Detroit and Chicago tied at 45. We'll be back. .45 all our score. Here's a look back to the semifinals last year, Game 5. These same 2 teams hook up. Remember Adrian Dantley? Now a Dallas Maverick. He got a big hoop. So did Isaiah Thomas. And in 5 games, it was Detroit. Not going to be that way this year, that's for sure. It's a dogfight. Dick Versace, quickly while we have a moment. Anything you see early in the third quarter of interest? Well, we've lost Dick momentarily, but we'll talk to him a little later.
Now let's see what the Bulls come back with in order to try to get themselves a score. Good defensive pressure forces a jump ball situation, Aguirre and Pippen. But the Bulls, who were early in the ball game, the aggressor and played with a quiet assurance, seem to be coming a little bit more tentative, and I think they have to get back to that aggressive posture and realize that they're playing here in Detroit and they need every edge.
Chicago wins the draw. Pippen thought about a 3. Hodges thought about a 2. But he missed. Landier the rebound. Detroit can take the lead for the first time since the first quarter, and they do. Aguirre. A 2-point basket. 47-45. Another turnover. And Chicago's poise has, at least for the moment, disappeared. Isaiah Thomas up the floor. Aguirre has been hot. Drew the foul as he missed. He took a bad-looking shot, but he saw the foul coming, and he wanted to get to the line for 2, and he did. And Mark Aguirre, who was invisible 0 for 2 in the first quarter, has come like gangbusters.
For 24 minutes, they've been able to keep this crowd out of the ball game, and suddenly with a quick start where they've outscored them 6-0 and possibly a chance to go to 7 or 8,